Prepsteaders. I am coming back from meeting with some clients out in Buford. Spring is springing here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I thought I'd bring you all along for the ride. Holy cow. Things have greened up fast here. So in the Ozarks, that old saying, April showers brings May flowers, is absolutely spot on. April is our rainy month. We do get a lot of rain and things green up really fast and everything starts to bloom. I'm hoping that the video picks up these gorgeous flowering trees, how green the pastures are. It is just absolutely incredible out here today. Wanted to just fill y'all in on some things we have going on the Sandland construction home front. We got some great projects going. We're putting up a shop for some clients in town. I've kind of been sitting on that. I've been doing some promo videos. But you know, it's time just to let the cat out of the bag. That's what we're doing over there. They needed a shop and storage facility. So we have the concrete foundation being poured today. We're a little bit behind schedule. We're about a week and a half behind schedule, and that's due to the rain and the weather, because it is, you know, the rainy time for us, and we cannot do those kind of things out in the rain. And then once the rain lets up, we have to wait for everything to dry out a little bit. So hopefully we'll actually be starting framing on that one sometime next week. And then I was just meeting with our good friends and also clients out on the White River. We're working in conjunction with another contractor to put up a big garage with an ADU. That's an additional dwelling unit. It'll be a full 1,100 square foot apartment. So we were finalizing our selections for materials on that one today. We've already got the flooring and the tile. So today we had to narrow down the countertops and cabinets. So super excited about that. We're doing a small project up in Midway. We're gonna screen in a porch and do some custom shutters for a gentleman. And then we're working with another client who's getting ready to build a home. I was in Springfield meeting with the architect yesterday on that. That's going to be an exciting project. And so, yeah, just wanted to share a little bit about what's going on here with you all as far as construction and real estate goes. So first of all, I switched my real estate office. I am now with Real Brokerage. They are a virtual brokerage nationwide. So super excited about that. That means I work in my own office instead of going into an office, and that's perfectly fine with me. I reactivated in Missouri and am just now, as of yesterday, fully activated here in Arkansas. And you know, one of the reasons I did that, I mentioned the other day, is that, you know, I kind of went inactive because I was overwhelmed. We had so much business and so much stuff happening around the holidays that I was like, you know, I just cannot focus on this. So I'm going to walk away from it for a little while. I'll go in inactive status. And that means you keep up with your CE credits and all that, but you're not really hanging your license with an office. You're not actively doing real estate. And I just felt like the Lord was like, you know what? It's time for you to get back in the game. And we're getting a lot of calls from people who want to come here and build. There's, you know, we still have a huge shortage of already built homes. Almost everything that's on the market that are homes, you know, big enough for a family, 3 bedrooms or more, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, they need a lot of work. They were built in the 70s, 80s, 90s. Now, in a lot of cases, they've had work done, but it hasn't been done well. In a lot of cases, they need a full gut and remodel. And we love to do that. It's one of our favorite things to do. And, you know, a lot of people feel like if I'm gonna do that, I might as well just build and get exactly what I want. So we do have a lot of lots available, a lot of land available. Prices are not super cheap. I'm gonna be straight up with you. You know, we have seen the market go up here as it has across the country, but it's still way more affordable to build a home here than it is in the majority of the rest of the country. Like, it really, really is very affordable here, especially compared to either of the coasts, compared to Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois. You know, we're still, you can build a very nice house here at a very affordable price. So, for example, one of the clients we're working with right now, they bought 10 acres that overlooks the lake. And so we're looking at building them a lake house. We're in the preliminary stages, have the plans with an architect, and, you know, they're trying to get their financing in order, and hopefully we'll be ready to break ground on that one next month. And we're really excited about it. And they have a beautiful lot, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We're really having a good time working with people and helping them get exactly what they want. And I think for a lot of people, you know, with some of the uncertainty that we're seeing in the world, a lot of people are really looking at their moves as, let's try and get as close to our forever home as we can. Because prices are going up and materials are going up, and they're not, you know, building any more land. Like, there is a limited amount of everything at this point. And so let's dig in. Let's try and get the best house we possibly can for our money. And if there comes a point when we are ready to move up, we did the right thing and we built a great home in the first place, so the resale value is going to be there. So we're excited to be a part of that process. The other thing that we're trying to help clients do is, you know, really look at their home as, if I am going to stay here for 10, 20, 30 years, how can I build this home or remodel this home to make it easy to age in place? Okay. So for example, for the clients that I was with today, this additional dwelling unit is it's an apartment attached to a very, very nice custom garage on their acreage. They have some family members, you know, who are, I don't know their exact ages, but I would say in their 70s, maybe even close to 80. And they're looking at it like, you know, right now, this is where our kids come whenever they visit. They'll be able to stay there, family members, friends. Whenever we get visitors, we can put them in the ADU. But at some point, you know, dad or mom might need to come stay in the ADU. And if that is the case, can we build it from the beginning to be beautiful and functional for everybody, and also work for folks who may need some additional help at some point, may have a walker, maybe in a wheelchair. You know, the things, I think one of the saddest things is people who have lived in a home for 10, 20, 30 years, they love their home, and then physically something happens and they're no longer able to stay there because the doorways are too narrow. The bathrooms don't work if you need a walker or a wheelchair or some type of assistance. And if we can just plan all that out from the beginning, make it beautiful and functional for multi-generations, that's what we want to do, right? And so that's what we're starting to be able to do here with clients. We're super excited about it. We love what we do anyway. But knowing that you are potentially really making a difference in people's lives by helping them make these decisions and choices whenever they are building or remodeling, that 10 years later, they're going to be really thankful that they made. It's going to make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's a very, very rewarding way to do business, I can tell you that. So we've got a couple of other potential projects. Well, one for sure we just signed. We're going to do front porch conversion to a screen porch, cedar custom. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. We're going to be getting our cedar from our friends out at Bruce Creek Sawmill. I've done a little video on the channel before about them. They're super cool people. Their cedar is amazing. And Randy showed him, what the finish is going to look like, which is going to match some custom shutters we did for another client. And he liked it so much, he's like, yeah, throw in some custom shutters too. So those are fun projects for the guys. The guys love to do custom work. And I hope we'll be starting that one next week. And then, we have a couple of folks who've approached us about doing some remodels that we hope we get to work with them as well. We are, sorry to say, like everybody else, we are feeling the pinch of inflation. Material prices, especially lumber, have really skyrocketed. We went to do a bid on a job for a client last week. He has a massive wraparound deck and wanted to replace part of the deck and then upgrade part of the deck. And the bill came in at between $30,000 and $35,000. And he's like, wow, I was really hoping. He's like, my budget was $20,000. Well, the lumber and materials alone were $22,000. So, we've seen 30, 40, sometimes 50% increases in these lumber prices again. It's just crazy. And, we do have some supply chain issues. The meeting I'm driving home from right now, we're probably not going to be ready to install cabinets until the end of August, beginning of September. And I've got to order them now because we are definitely having some supply chain issues. So, I wish that prices on materials were like they were 3 years ago, because we haven't raised our labor prices. Like, we have not raised our labor. In fact, we have dropped some of our prices to try and help out a little bit, try and cushion some of these material crazinesses. But at the end of the day, it just costs what it costs. We all are in this to build beautiful product, beautiful homes for people. We value our clients. We want to do everything we can to give them the best value. And at the end of the day, we also have to be able to make a profit. And our profit is not high. Our profit margin is between 10 and 20%. And there are contractors charging way more than that. And that's good on them. But like I said, we are in a community where we're dealing with a lot of retired folks, and we're trying to work with people to help them stretch their budgets. This inflation's making it really tough. You look at, just because we are in a rural community, the clients that I just visited with, they're 20 minutes out of town. So every time my guys have to make that round trip, it's costing double, in some cases triple, of what it did this time last year because of gas prices. So we're all feeling the pinch, we're all feeling the effects, and it just is what it is, and we're all doing the best we can. That being said, it is still a great time to build. It is still a great time to remodel. I cannot predict if a year from now prices will be another 30 or 40% higher, if they will be the same, or they will be back to 30% lower. Nobody can predict that. We all hope they'll be lower, or even stay the same at this point. But with interest rates going up, you know, what they're predicting with supply chain issues and inflation, I would say there's probably not going to be a better time to build or remodel than there is right now. Just, you know, bite the bullet and get on with it, because we just are seeing so much volatility and instability in the markets right now. As far as buying property goes, again, we are still one of the most affordable areas. We have lots of land. It's not as cheap as people want it to be, right? I still get people calling me up that want to buy land at $2,000 an acre, $2,500 an acre. And, you know, in most cases, in the area I'm in, okay, I get people on my channel who are like, oh, you're a liar. There's so much cheap property. There is cheap property the further you go out into the wilderness, right? But where I am, it just is what it is. And we're at between 3,000, really, honestly, about 3,500 to up to 10,000 an acre, depending on if you want a view lot, if you want to be in a subdivision or out of a subdivision, how much land you're buying. Now, if you're going to buy a 100-acre tract, there's a good chance we can still find you something for $2,500 an acre. But if you want 1 acre, a half an acre, 5 acres, you're probably going to be closer to, you know, $3,500 to $5,000 an acre. It is not unheard of to pay $7,600 an acre for 10 acres if you want to be within a commuting distance of the town we're driving through right now. It just is what it is. That's still way cheaper than if you're trying to build in California or Washington or Oregon or New York or Connecticut or a lot of places. So, if you are thinking about building, if you are thinking about remodeling, if you are thinking about buying property out here where I am in north central Arkansas, south central Missouri, please reach out. We would love to help you. So now I'm on my way to visit one of my flooring guys and then my countertop guys, and back to the office to get some work done. It is Thursday. We are headed into Friday. I am excited about Friday this week, and I hope y'all are doing amazing. Yeah, drop me a comment. Let me know how you're doing, and I will catch y'all